An LED light such as this one is really great for your studio. The only problem is it overcasts shadows on your subject. And in order for the light to be diffused, you need to buy something like this. It's a nice, thin softbox that you can attach to any LED light and make sure that the lights are perfect on your subject. Hey everyone, if you recently bought into the concept of buying LED lights such as these, this is the GVM, the 50RS, and this is the GVM MB832, these two models are completely different, and that's not the intention of today's video. The idea is no matter what LED light you are using nowadays, the light is going to probably be a little bit harsh on your subjects. So you'll probably end up with some shadows on the faces, the nose would look a little bit sharp here. So what you really need is some kind of a diffuser. Now these guys really come with some kind of a diffuser, like this is a plastic layer, like kind of translucent. The other one, which is the RGB model, which is this one, the diffusion on it is probably a little bit better because the plastic attachment that it has is slightly more opaque, so it does diffuse the light. And in general, what I've noticed is the RGB LED lights are actually a little bit spread out, so it's not really focused, so that really helps in keeping the light diffused. So what I'm trying to say is this most likely is not going to need any kind of an extra way to diffuse the light. It's pretty good. Anyway, you're going to be using it for special effects. But the traditional ones, which are the daylight ones, for example, this model definitely throw out a harsh shadow on your subject. So you definitely need some kind of a diffuser. So this light box actually comes with a bunch of attachments, Velcro attachments that you can help set it up. Open up the barn doors and then use the attachments. Let me get one and just show you. So they're suggesting that you actually do use this Velcro in this manner for this. The other one too. It's kind of an okay way, but it does keep it sealed and proper. Something like this. So you've got your lights and there it is. It's pretty neat. And then when you turn on the light, your light is pretty diffused. Almost identical to a proper light box or softbox. Now, the other thing that I wanted to show you is that if you are using the model that I have, which is where I'm intending to actually use these softboxes, is this model really has a very weird barn door. It's kind of plasticky, first of all, as opposed, let me just remove these quickly, as opposed to these ones that are really very, very easy to open and close. And these barn doors can actually go all the way, making it possible for you to place it the way it's intended to be. Now the problem with this model, as I mentioned, is that these barn doors don't really open up completely, first of all. That's it. That's the maximum, and to be honest, if you push further, it'll probably break. And the other problem you'll face is right here. You've got this edge, so you only be able to open it further, but even then it's not going to be flat. So the idea of putting it the way it's intended is not going to really happen. Just removing those. And here's what I suggest. It's very simple. just keep the door slightly open, not completely, and you just slide it in. You could close it like this, and then when it goes in, you can just start opening them up slightly and in all directions. And there you go. Your light is pretty set up. I think it's not going to go anywhere, and you don't even need the attachments. So this is one way of handling this kind of LED lights when the barn doors are actually not that flexible. So this is about it. Now, if you would like me to show you more about these LED lights, please put in the comments below, and I will definitely make a special video. I did have a hard time finding good videos out there that really show the differences between the two, but now that I own both of them, I have very good knowledge on which one you want to buy, most likely depending on your situation. Now let's see if we can turn this on and see the diffusion of the light. Okay, I'm turning off my studio lights, and now let's turn this on. Now this is the light. As you can see, it is slightly diffused. Here my shadow is not as harsh as it would be if I would remove this completely. Now this is the light almost at its maximum. Let me try and reduce it. Here's another test where the light is at almost 25%, but it's also very close to me. And as you can see, there is a shadow here because we haven't used the softbox yet. So I'm going to use the softbox. Now this is with the softbox, and as you can tell, the shadows have been dramatically reduced. Obviously, the light hasn't been set up perfectly, so in theory, I should be moving that light a little bit more further away from me and increase the light. That way, it even diffuses more, and it kind of lights the subject, that is me in this case, even more evenly. Let's try that. The light now is almost at 60% brightness, and it's a little bit further away from me, just I would say 4 feet away. And I guess the shadows are pretty good, considering that I'm also very close to my background. So if you move slightly to the front, that's gonna even diffuse the light further. So I hope you like this. I think it does increase the diffusion of light by at least 50%. I'm not gonna say that it's going to replace a perfect light setup with perfect softboxes, but it's a very good intermediate solution if you have limited space in your studio, or if you don't want the hassle of carrying gigantic softboxes around. This is a really good solution, and I think that I will probably start using it in my studio for certain setups. I'm planning to have some videos where the lights are a little bit dimmer and there is more of an ambient color in the background and more of natural light very close to me. So I'll probably use it for such setup, but for my normal videos that I'm planning to do for anything on the channel, I'll probably still use my traditional fluorescent lights with the big softboxes, because I think they do bring more steady light all over the subject and also on the background, and it just makes it easier for me to start recording without worrying too much about how my whole setup is being generated for the video. So I hope you liked today's video. I didn't want it to be too long, but I'm sure that you wanted to see these softboxes in action, and that's the intention of today's video. Again, send me any comments that you have in regards to the LED lights. I'm liking them both, and I'm gonna have special videos about them. If you're interested, let me know. And until a new video with me, Danny, take care.